Alright, this video is more personal so I can shift through my notebooks 'cause I'm such a disorganized person. But we're gonna look at some of my scores and stuff. Like, you Asians out there, this shit is gold, man, for you guys. This is your ticket to the new. New. You guys heard my song, Symphony? This is a rough sketch of it. I was going for Bach, but it came out all dreamy sounding. But also, I was a little out of it. This is me practicing an episode. An episode is what you do in between a few. Bach's allegros and the violins are a good example. I gotta practice this more. All day. It's just every time I write a piece, it's such a masterpiece. This is me practicing form. I ended up putting it in backwards. Symphony number 3 or Symphony early sketch. Here's my guitar concerto trio quartet. Sounds very Spanish when you use 5 guitars. There's no way I could get it to sound Spanish. There's some advice I gave myself. Wait, you see my mass? It's in perfect imitation. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought it was Pale Tune a special one, but I'm waiting till I'm a little bit older to finish my symphony, my opera. I haven't started the opera yet. This is horns I'm working on. I got symphony's form memorized. It's kind of easy. I'm sure it's all under Bach. But I want to drop the violas and the cellos and use more modern sounds, but it'll keep it to symphony's form because I got a game plan. This is good form to practice. It's based off of Mozart's string quartets. Like, you practice this all day and you write yourself a signature, along with your Zeppelin. Make sure, you understand counterpoint. Practicing counterpoint is a good way to learn how to write songs in your head. Now, understand, I can just put it on the pen and know how it sounds. Here's a warm-up. This is all Ludwig tone too. Ludwig's melancholy tone. It's golder but darker, more green. Here's me writing symphonies only Gould could play. I want to hold it there for a second. Just pause it, you Asians out there. You probably get it down. Like any Asian person who's playing the piano right now, you get your hands on this, you're the new maestro. It would take a Leonard for a white person to play it. And the Sicilians are too caught up in their poetry. Here's a little prelude I wrote. I was thinking hard Dr. Seuss when I wrote it. It's actually kind of difficult to play. But if you can play it, then you can play the Bach rails. And I understand you own Splash. Here's a rock. It's like a etude sorta study to get your soloing going for classical players. Here's a practice on counterpoint I wrote. It's to make you sound Final Fantasy. Like Red K? Yeah, Red K. Where'd you go? I don't know. He blocked me several times. I don't like Red K at all. You can see right through him. He's not the guy for a count job. Do you know what I mean? This is about the count job. Because France and the record companies, it's time to go. Here's a fugue. It was after I dropped my dream. I had a really dreamy sound. I just didn't think. I kind of regret it, and my computer crashed a bunch of times. But hey, there's one more see-through on Heaven, man. It was faked. I lost some good songs though. Some very good ones. I had this 5/6 instrumental FL song that sounded Latino. It'll come back. It always comes back. The book of the parts of my rondo, sketch and concerto. That was an early rondo. I didn't really know rondo that well. Like, I knew it, but it didn't click that well. Here's one of my rondo sketches. I'll walk through the whole rondo. So it's arpeggios. For those of you who want to play some Splash. So it goes da 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 da. Something like that. Oh, that's the first part to my rondo. You'll like it. I'm telling you. I just don't want to punch it into the computer because I don't hear how it sounds. That's my one vow. Is like, keep it traditional. I see Ludwig, you know what I mean? He was more to it. I'm gonna save some, so you gotta buy it, bastards. I am gonna show you the move though, so you guys can get thumping on sonatas, get your poop on and going. First, I'm gonna show you this. This is me trying to memorize every chord. Let me just find the move. Well, it must not be in that rondo because I think I'd beat it to death. Oh no, if at worst I plan to write it later, so it's more advanced. It makes it sound like it's from the future. Here's a cute guitar song I wrote. It eventually turned into Box Kick and Go. You want gold, you guys? Practice writing the pirate style. Pirate style is the secret to gold. It's supposed to be like piss, because Bach knows a hot guy. Here's some Ludwig horns. Labeled a techno, but techno is Ludwig horns. But more harmonics. That's minuets. This is something I gotta re-practice writing. It's just there's not enough life in me. And every time I write something, it's like what I wrote. You know what I mean? I'm not Presley. It's not the 50s I've been doing. Alright, this is an Allegro. You can see the Haydn in it. I just got Haydn score. I had Ludwig's first sonatas for a while. This is Adagio. It turns Adagio. Largo. Very bucket. Very new. Right here is the move I do in all my sonatas. Where is it? Right there. Just write that all day long. It's very Ludwig, very. So my 70 is gonna be owning. I just don't want to release it too early. I want it to be my masterpiece. Da 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 da. Hey, this looks like it's like Zeppelin from the future. Got hiccup. See how it's very Zeppelin? Just not enough staccato. Page is Asian. This is my favorite one I wrote. I'm waiting to finish this one. I just gotta make a badass new. I want a new signature lick that I can do over and over again that's really repetitive. But see how it's repetitive. Listen, study your Ludwig score. If you're gonna practice, if you want one with a crazy tone, this one's it. It'll make you see it. Sorry for making you see it so soon. But I thought it would never come. Do-wop, do-do-da-do-wop. This one's for directed towards Bard C00. He didn't block me. Oh, he's drooling right now, I can tell. Excitement, his heart is pumping. His heart is pumping. This isn't even the hardest one. This is more the easier one. So there you go, Bard. Now you can play some Paventi. I'm gonna save Heaven Gates for you if you want to meet in person. Here's a cute little techno metal like song I wrote. You want something easy. This is my earlier book, but this is what I came up with with my new bass for the pick-on sound. Like I've had the pick-on sound since you found Matt Ratch, but how Matt told me to perfect it. This is more simpler basics, but they are masterpieces. Don't get me wrong. Like my Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. By the way, how satanic is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? If you read your Milton, with the Pope, everything that's non-popey is evil. That's why the Pope is evil. Maul Pope, Maul. It's like you shit in the house, and you neglect your animal. This is a song I wrote for an old girlfriend. It's called To Kim. I ran into her at the mall. She's still as pretty as ever. Does she date? I don't know. I don't have a Facebook. That's my father's Facebook. More basics. Yeah, I'm probably going to make more of these videos because it's an easier way to glance to the notebook, and I love attention. Here's something to practice, I guess. If you want a tone lesson on chromaticism, get Ludwig tone. That's a good one. This is more techno and bass studies. I don't want to release my bass too soon. The bass, think more of a square if you want to write rock and roll bass. And you gotta call the bass out and not calling it out on being a bass. I thought there was more. Here's something that those bad chords eventually led to. This is something to practice. It'll help you play Ludwig. If you can play this, then you can play it. Here's a symphony start. I mean, a sonata start. If I was saying symphony earlier, I confused. It's key of E, B, E, A, so it must be the key of E major, Platt. Oh, see here. This is so perfect. I didn't want to write another one. And I always hold my tone. There is no Aquilin. Maybe some Robo, but that will retard you. Don't drink the Robitussin until that's a see-through on Heaven. You wait till Heaven to drink the Robitussin. Alright, so apparently I have other sheet music somewhere, so just give me a second. Here's a few for the classical guitar. I would have some badass few playing for you guys with my buddy Casey, but it's in the stand, and I'm sure his boyfriend tried burning my pretty blonde hair. Luckily, Aqua in. All my hair was burned. I'm crazy. By the way, it didn't burn. Well, there was burning involved, I'm sure. There's a minuet on the guitar. I want to see that. I also have a really badass view coming. I want to show you the Mass and Perfect Imitation before I go. I just don't know where it is at the moment. That's why I'm probably going to make more of these videos. I like taking it slow. There's no need to rush Flash. Do you know what I mean? He could be related to Berlioz, and Berlioz wrote all those older scores and Elvis's jazz music. It just makes more sense under Bach. Huh. They have my symphony melody in it, but it's too soon. I want to wait till at least get the symphony down. Like on paper. Huh. See, it happens to me. I'm so disorganized. Well, it must be in here. What was it, like melody? Well, here's the melody. I can't take it. You guys need it. Play this on the violin. So shout out to Ludwig, because this is Bach had that. The very Amadeus, but the next part very ninth. So it's not in that one. Not in that one. That has my hiding ending that I've been looking for. Oh, church, like fugue theme. So it must be in this one. I missed this one. This tone will make you sound like you burn if you practice this all day long. I think it's more the first page though. Remember, till the note's silenced, you play the next one. This is an adventure for you youngins out there who don't feel like pirating. You want something new. Oh, here's my fugue theme. Sounds totally off at F, but at A it sounds so Bach. This is the fugue I'm going to write 1,000 times. I'm going to work on my editing a little bit before I do my Mass and Perfect Imitation. Just me trying to start at F. There's a warm-up. That's why I figured out the F is kind of... I got to figure out how to do this. It's a nice riddle for me. Fuguing really keeps the mind working. It's just I can improvise fugues in the piano all day long. No one could beat my Pikachu, you know what I mean? This cute guitar riff I wrote. Some bass, vocals, more vocals. I wrote Zeppelin 2 already. I'm sure it's Zeppelin 2. Show Matt Rash later. That's something Matt Rash could easily play. This is one of my earlier minuets. So it's not in this one. Bass lines, not in this one. Are you in this one? Are you in this one? No, you're not in that one. Must be this one, I think. No, so are you in this one? Palestrine Mass. Here it is. Found it. It's easier to edit if you rip out, but I don't recommend editing right away. Editing is for certain pieces, you know what I mean? You just have to write godly lines as if it's a war planes operations. Here's the next part to the symphony. See how it's like inspired by Ludwig's Ninth. And there's some horns, some cloud horns I was working on. Horns are pretty easy. Do you know what I mean? The symphony, I'm just waiting till I get a little bit more control on what I want. Alright, here's the math. This is the first try. First, I had to make a melody that could work for the Mass by Palestrina. It's like Meso de Regium. How it sounds like. That shit fake. There it is. It works. It will just confuse you because it's so heavenly sounding. Alright. Well, I'm going to stop this video. I might make another one. I don't know yet. On Ludwig's blending sound. It's for harmonic, so it gets what he did.